Hello unlimited friends, it's Zara from ZMAHOON.com. On this channel we talk about how we can improve our lives using the law of attraction. Recently I received a question from Ramila through my website, and this is what she says. I thought it was a really helpful discussion to have with everyone. So Ramila says, Dear Zara, I hope you're doing just great. My general conclusion for now is that we will achieve full happiness if we surrender to God, and by doing it, we will let go all resistance, and it will lead us to a manifestation of well-being. This thought brings me to another conclusion, that God knows what is best for us, and we should just allow it to happen. And then this leads me to stop asking and feeling incorrect to ask or pray for things that I desire, also fearing that my desire is not actually the best thing for me. So now I feel myself stuck and don't know whether I should pray or not. Moreover, as I understand from all I know, in order to be closer to God, one should not be attached to things or persons, and desiring something or someone again makes me feel that I still have not put God first. And it stops me from wanting and asking. Please help me to understand what or where I'm thinking wrong. So my dear Ramila and everyone else, there is a thing that we learn as children, maybe, or even as adults, that we have to take ourselves away from our day-to-day business into a time of prayer, whether that's sitting on a prayer mat or kneeling in a pew or just sitting in seclusion in our house. That's prayer time. And that's when we ask God for what we want. And at that time, God is listening. Well, here's the thing, dear folks. God is listening all the time. God isn't just listening to you when you sit in prayer. God is listening to every thought that we think. Each and every thought that crosses your mind is available to God. And prayer time, so that's the first thing. Each and every thought that you think, that I think, that any one of us thinks, is available to God. God is listening all the time. God is not a selective listener. And that is because we are all an extension of what God is. So if something is an extension of you, if something is like one of the fingers of your hand, then are you not aware what this finger is doing and feeling? Of course you are. And that's us and our relationship with God. God always knows what you're thinking, because you are not a separate entity from that which you call God. So we have to not only pay attention to what we are saying in our prayer time, we have to pay attention to every thought that we think. Every thought that you think is a prayer. Every thought is a prayer. And every thought is being responded to, because God has this mechanism called the law of attraction that puts together things that happen with people who are thinking and feeling. And that system, which we call law of attraction, is absolutely fair, because wherever you are on the emotional scale, and depending on how much momentum you have, a manifestation corresponding to this combination will take place. It's always exact and it's always 100% fair. So the first thing is, it's not about what you ask God when you pray. It's about every thought that you think. So that's number one. The second thing is, a lot of us misuse what we call prayer time. Because prayer time is not supposed to be the time when we ask God for anything. Prayer time is the time when we allow ourselves to receive guidance. It's that time during which we allow the things that we want to come to fruition. So that which we call prayer, meaning We are asking for the things that we want. That's happening all day, every day. Because when you look at something and you express your preference, you think about how you would like it, that's a prayer. When you go and you order pizza and you figure out and you decide between whether you want one topping on it or another topping on it, that's really asking. It's your decision about what you prefer. And God, that entity that we call God, the collective consciousness, the universe and source, that source wants us to have everything that we want, provided we abide by the rules. And the rules are, the better you feel, the better possibilities you open up for yourself. That's it. And how do you get to that place of feeling good? You do that through appreciation. And in that is the surrender that you're talking about. Because if you make all your work about going up the emotional scale and keeping yourself in a place of satisfaction no matter where you are and no matter what is going on around you, that is surrender. And yes, surrender is important, because surrender means I am not going to worry about what I have asked for, because I have entrusted that to God or Source. And Source is powerful and can bring me everything that I want, provided I do what Source wants me to do, which is find ways to become unconditional, to love everyone and everything around me, to be satisfied no matter where I am in life, and then things that I want will come. It's that simple. So that's where you don't have attachment to whatever it is you want to accomplish. Attachment comes from our a feeling of wanting to control. It's wanting to control the outcome. And it is not our job to control the outcome, because what happens is, in our need to control the outcome, we only see so many options for how things will work. And when we only pay attention to these options that are before us and we can see, what we do is we rule out all the other options that are available but we can't see. So you might go into let's say you go into a new building and you don't know where all the doors are. You just know the door through which you came in. And so you assume that that is the only way to get out of that house. But that's not true, because there are many other doors and many other windows that you could find a way out of. So you can't always see all the possibilities. Source can see all the possibilities, and Source therefore can bring you things in many wonderful ways. And that's what it means not to have attachment. It is not it's not required for us to stop thinking and to stop expressing our preference. That's not something you can ever achieve. As long as you are alive, you will have desires. And your desire to be close to God is also a desire. There is no one who is living who is devoid of a desire for something or the other. And soon as we get one thing, we are on to wanting the next thing. And there is nothing wrong with giving birth to new desires. What is wrong is to worry about how they will come about, who will bring them about, and to keep looking for the outcome, to say, I asked for it and God is supposed to provide it, so where is it? That's not our job, and that's what attachment is all about. So yes, prayer is about making sure that you're always positive, or as positive as you can possibly be. Prayer is also about being open to receiving guidance and the willingness to follow the guidance once it comes, and then surrendering your desires to Source, to the universe, means not looking for the result. That's all. You don't look for the result, you allow the result to surprise you. As Abraham Hicks would say, let it surprise and delight you. So that, my dear, is the answer to your question. I hope that you find that satisfying. So don't stop asking for things. In fact, you are doing most of your asking outside of the time that you call prayer time. When you sit down in prayer, you're actually creating attachment by asking again and again for the thing that you want. You never need to ask again, because once you give birth to a desire, the universe never forgets. Even if you forget your desire, the universe never forgets. And the universe is always looking for opportunities to bring you the things that you've desired, provided you leave the door open. And you leave that door open by allowing, by not wanting to control the outcome, by not looking for the results. So that's it, my dear. I hope that was useful, and I'd love to hear from you. And whoever is listening, thank you for visiting. Do subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment to let me know if this was helpful. Bye for now.